I rise today in support of also Amendment 474 around juvenile jurisdiction. And before I share my gratitude to the gentleman from Lynn, I just want to take a moment to thank my brothers in service, the gentleman from Lawrence and the gentleman from Springfield. You know, for a moment when he was speaking, you know, I thought about three things. One, the immense privilege and opportunity it is for all of us to serve in this body. Two, all the different paths that each of us have taken that have led us here. And three, the question about who deserves a second chance in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. I want to take a moment to also share my gratitude to you, the gentlewoman from Brookline, for all the work you've done around the criminal justice system and the juvenile justice system in particular. To our Senate President, the Chairman of Ways and Means, for always focusing, and the gentleman from Acton, who serves as the Chair of the Judiciary. Before I got to here, I worked as a youth worker. I worked in various community centers across the city of Boston, where every day I saw brilliant young people with abundance of talent, but very scarce opportunities. And often, they were all pulled into criminal justice system for poverty crimes and avoidable mistakes. And I also saw our community's stark racial disparities in these youth incarceration as a result of the over-policing of my district. Incarceration has impacted me personally and deeply, and I've shared that experience in this body many times. When I was elected in 2018 to serve in the Massachusetts House of Representatives, I was the only person in the legislature with a sibling, knowingly, in the Mass DOC system. These racial disparities, these statistics, they're not just numbers for some of us. They're my dad, or my two oldest brothers, or my youngest brother, or my boyfriend, or my cousins, or my nephews. And this really matters. And this amendment, which we know will gradually raise the age of the criminal majority, speaks to an incredibly pervasive issue that is in my district and many districts across the Commonwealth: the criminalization and the over-criminalization of our young people, and particularly Black and brown young people, who are disproportionately experiencing the consequences of a national problem of the school-to-prison pipeline. For too long, our young people who have not yet reached their full potential and developmental potential as well have been prosecuted, convicted, and sentenced as adults in a system that is not about rehabilitation. And I say that as someone who's visited all the facilities in our DOC system, who've talked to and visited over 350 of the folks incarcerated in our prisons, a large percentage who represent the residents of my district. It's punitive, and it's not evidence-based punishment. The Commonwealth has demonstrated successful history in raising the age of criminal majority. And since that time, over a decade ago, youth crime has actually reduced in the Commonwealth. Rehabilitative diversion programs have popped up across the state, and they've been successful, but they're not enough. Developmentally appropriate approaches to rehabilitation work as an alternative to this punitive punishment system. Young people, when have been offered to grow up and to contribute in the community and to lead productive and positive lives, do just that. I want to end saying that the incarceration of our young people has lifelong consequences. We just heard from one of our colleagues who is still waiting to get his record expunged and who has been living for well over 25 years with the consequences of making a mistake at 17 years old. It has and perpetuates generational poverty and creates difficult conditions throughout a lifetime to achieve self-determination and independence in our communities. I don't know about any of you, but I'm not the woman I was when I was 18 years old, and none of us are the worst days of our lives or the worst mistakes we've ever made. I do hope this amendment is adopted. Thank you.